across the world. Thank you all for tuning in with us here. All right, I think we might go ahead and get started then, since we are sort of at capacity in the room. So, again, thank you all so much for being here with us today. We are so excited to talk about Beacons 2.0, what it is, what it means for us, what it means for you. And here to do that are our co-founders and CEO and CPO, Chief Product Officer, Neal and Jesse. So I will let you guys kind of kick it off by telling us the story a little bit. What is Beacons 2.0? Neal, you want to start?
Yeah, sure. Should we do some quick intros too? Hey everyone, I'm Neal. I'm the CEO at Beacons. Right now my laptop camera is working, but my laptop screen is not. That's why I'm kind of like looking over here at my other monitor. And yeah, I'll let Jesse introduce himself.
Cool, thanks Neal. What's up everyone? I'm Jesse, one of Neal's 3 co-founders. Normally I'd be in the office too, but I'm feeling a little sick today, so I'm back at my place. But didn't want to miss this because we're only launching once, right? Yeah. But yeah, I'm Chief Product Officer here at Beacons. I've known Neal for a very long time now, but excited to chat.
Cool. Sorry, what was the first question, Isabel?
No worries. Thanks for those intros. And just a note, we've got one or maybe other people in the chat saying no sound or they're not able to see. You should be able to see everything live right here on the page. So try closing out and then coming back if you're having an issue, and keep letting us know. We want to make sure that it's just individual people who are maybe having a challenge and not everyone. So if you can hear us, if you can see us, drop us a thumbs up. Great, that's helpful. Thank you so much. So yes, we're going to start with the Beacons 2.0 announcement. What is Beacons 2.0, Neal?
Yeah, I think Beacons 2.0 kind of like ties up a lot of the different things that we've been working on over the last couple of years. And I think one of the questions that we've gotten a lot ever since we founded Beacons basically is, where is the AI in Beacons.ai, right? And I think Beacons 2.0 is the first time that we've really kind of put the AI front and center. So for those who don't know, Jesse and I first met in 2014, along with our other 2 co-founders. And we met when we were in grad school at Stanford, doing our PhDs in AI and machine learning. Right. So basically from the beginning, when we first started Beacons, building our Link in Bio product, we knew that someday we would want to use AI and machine learning and all the data that we've collected from our creators' businesses to actually help our creators build smarter and more successful businesses. Right. Most of the last 4 years, we've been, working hard trying to build the software that we need to help creators with the different workflows within their business. But now that we've kind of built out enough of the foundation, and along with kind of recent advances in generative AI, there's starting to be a lot of opportunities for us to apply AI and machine learning across our platform.
Cool. Jesse, you have anything to add?
Yeah. I mean, agree with everything Neal said, of course. Maybe one other way to look at Beacons 2.0 is in contrast to what Beacons 1.0 was. I think a lot of people here in the world know Beacons as this Link in Bio website builder, which is awesome. We're really proud of that product. But we've known since the very beginning that there's a lot more to running a business than just having a link in bio, right? And content creators, we do believe are the businesses of the future. So since Beacons 1.0 is more like our link in bio, since then we built a lot of adjacent tools to help you guys and content creators in general with other parts of their business. So for example, there's an email marketing tool. There's now like a digital products tool. There's a media kit tool, etc. So Beacons 2.0 is a suite of tools to help the content creator with all these different parts of their business, all tied together with AI now.
Yeah, this is it's been such an exciting day to read and see the video. So I will be sharing that later as well, the blog post and the video about Beacons 2.0. But thanks for jumping into that exactly. And I think one of the things that is a natural question creators might have about this is, what do these new things really mean for creators? What's different? What's better? Like, kind of where's the next step or connecting the dots here from Beacons 2.0 for creators? Maybe this time we'll start with you, Jesse, and then go to Neal.
Sure. Um, yeah, I think, after talking to so many content creators over the last 4 or 5 years, we just realized that most of these businesses are only like one or two people, right? And it's pretty difficult maintaining all these different tools like across that weren't really built for content creators. You have like the overhead of, learning these tools, paying for these tools, maintaining these tools, and then figuring out how to stitch all of them together. So we thought that it just made sense for all of it to live on one platform. So yeah, I think the real opportunity for content creators here is like, once you learn one tool, you hopefully can easily learn the other ones on Beacons. And as you do stuff on one tool, it'll actually make the way you use other tools better. So I can enumerate a lot of examples. I just give like one or two right now. So like for example, I think since the beginning, you could always like collect emails on your link in bio page, but only until recently could you actually send emails to those subscribers through Beacons now. And not only that, but you can also set up automations so that when someone leaves an email on your page, you can automatically send them an email or even like a sequence of emails telling them, hey, this is who I am, these are the products that I sell, et cetera, et cetera. And yeah, that's just one example.
Well, yeah, I think Jesse covered a lot of it. I was kind of thinking like probably what feels new will depend on like how recently you logged in and how closely you've been reading all our product update emails. If you signed up for Beacons and just set up your link in bio and then kind of haven't really done much since then, I think definitely log in, and there's going to be a ton of new stuff. We made a lot of improvements to the flagship link in bio product, but as Jesse mentioned, we also have features that help creators monetize either by selling products and services directly to people in their audience, or indirectly by working with brands. So on that side, we have products like media kits and invoices now that you can use to kind of win brand deals and take these B2B payments after you do a brand deal. And I think for very new creators, people who are just signing up this week, the experience probably looks completely different because we really overhauled our whole onboarding experience and started helping creators get set up with AI like from the moment that they sign up.
Perfect. Yeah, it's definitely exciting. Changes roll out every week around here. So if it's been a little bit of time since you came and checked out Beacons, we definitely want you to see all the things we've been up to. And even in the community, people who use it every day, there are certain things that they're not taking advantage of or that they don't know we do. So there's always something new to explore. I think the question that I'm most excited to ask you both today is, you've both done so much research in the creator economy. You've talked to so many different creators and really building this company with so much intention and an eye towards what is really important to creators, what matters for creators. And so, with that knowledge and experience, what is your best advice for creators out there, kind of giving the gift of all of the background work you've done to some people who maybe haven't had the experience to talk to so many other creators, and just like the trends that you see and like your kind of best tips and tricks. So we will start with Neal this time.
Sweet. That way Jesse can't steal my answers. Yeah. I'm not the best creator myself. So I think there's probably a lot of people here who could tell me a lot about how to be a better creator. But I think at Beacons, we've always seen creators as a new kind of business and a new kind of entrepreneur. So I think for me, probably a lot of the lessons that we've learned from building Beacons and that I would share with other founders are also pretty applicable for creators. So to pick a couple, I think one is just to be open-minded and adaptable. So the world that we live in and work in is dynamic, and things are always changing. that's really what Beacons 2.0 is about, right? We want to bring this new kind of technology and making it available to these creator businesses. Yeah, as things change, you have to be willing to kind of change the way that you approach things and the way that you think about things. So that would probably be number one. And then number two, I think it's just, you can't give up. There's always going to be ups and downs. And for creators, probably periods of time when you feel like you're working really hard and things, your follower count's not growing. We go through that at Beacons too. Periods where we feel like we're working really hard and trying a bunch of ideas that we're excited about, not getting any traction with them. But you just have to keep working and kind of believe that if you stick with it and kind of work on the right things, they'll eventually pay off. I think that's shared across creators and startups.
Yeah, so I guess for me, two things come to mind. One, it's pretty amazing how diverse content creators can be. Like, yeah, they can come from anywhere. They like just cover a whole just crazy variety of categories. Yeah, so I think the first piece of advice is if you're not creating content already, like try it. Like so a lot of people so many people we talked to were just looking for leaning into their hobbies, were looking for new things to explore during the pandemic or whatever, and then they blew up on TikTok or whatever other platform, and now it's like a full-time thing that they're doing, and it's actually like pretty cool, the communities that they build around themselves and the value that they're creating like at scale. So yeah, I think that's the first thing, and then the second one is pretty much what Neal said. It's going to be a grind, and yeah, there's a lot of parallels here between like I think being a content creator and being a startup founder, right? Like figuring out what kind of content works is like kind of figuring out what kind of product works, and that requires really understanding your audience or your customers. There's a lot of different ways to do that. You can put out different kinds of content, different kinds of products, and see what sticks, and then you should probably try to understand why it's sticking or it's not sticking. And then there's this constant like iterative cycle of figuring out if like what is sticking and then whether or not that's actually something you want to do, which is not always the easiest to navigate, but definitely like don't give up. Like if you look at all big creators, I think the vast majority of them had to put out like tens if not hundreds of videos before getting any kind of traction, right? And the ones that really succeed are the ones that aren't just like chasing the numbers, but they genuinely enjoy the process of content creation or whatever it is they're doing. So yeah, I think expect it to be a grind, but expect it to be really fulfilling too.
Yeah, I think we didn't make our first dollar until like 10 months after we started building the link in bio product. So
that's a fun fact. Keep that one in your back pocket for Beacons trivia in the future, guys.
Cool.
Remember that.
I love those answers, and I hope that everybody here who is a creator who's using Beacons has, can learn from that and identify with that. So thank you for those. Quickly, before we take a few questions that have come in about 2.0, how can creators help? How can they support 2.0? What are the things that they can best, do to show that they're loving what we have to offer? We start with, if we're popcorning back and forth, we can start with Jesse on this one.
Yeah, so the first answer that comes to mind, and I think the best answer is just keep talking to us. Well, use the product and keep talking to us. Like we're not trying to trick anyone into using any of the stuff we built. We generally care about whether or not we're actually making your lives easier and actually like creating value for you and your day to day. So yeah, doing things like this, actually joining the webinar, talking to us, whether it's through our community or through support, I think is a great way to support us. And then if you actually like the product, which hopefully you do, please tell the world about it. Yeah.
I don't have too much to add. Yeah. Definitely please give us feedback on the product. That's like the most valuable thing. And if anything's broken, just email Jesse at jesse@beacons.ai.
Whoa, what the heck?
Yes.
Actually, I guess just to add on to maybe more like tangible things that you can do is you can upload us on Product Hunt, for example. We just launched on Product Hunt today, the Beacons 2.0 like Product Hunt launch, and then we also have a referral program, um, just like as a token of gratitude to everyone that's been like actively, telling the world about it. So you can check out the referral program inside Beacons if you haven't already.
Perfect. Those are the only two things I was going to add. Oh, thank you, Janet, for dropping the Product Hunt link in the chat here. The chat is moving quickly, and I have seen some questions. I think some of our team is in the chat answering questions, but if you want to make sure we answer it on screen, please use the question box Q&A over to the right-hand side there, and we can do this really cool thing where we start answering it, and it pops up right here. So you can see that Timothy asked, there are several products on waiting lists. Any idea of when they will be released, QR code maker and whatnot? I'll let you guys answer this one, whoever wants to jump in, but this is my favorite because we do have a QR code maker.
Jesse, do you want to take this one?
Sure. I guess off the cuff, it depends on how quickly these waiting lists grow, to be honest. Waiting lists are like a good trick to see how many people actually care about things that we're thinking about building. So I think QR code is not a huge priority right now, but other things are higher priorities. For example, for a while we had a waiting list for courses in the product, and we just released a version of that last week. So go check it out. But if there are things you really care about, again, just like tell us. You don't have to just like put your name on a waiting list. You can also email us. The more context you can give us about why a feature or a product matters to you, the more compelling we'll find it, and also the better product we can build for you.
Yeah, and you can, in the link shortener, right? You can also make a QR code for a short link. So that's kind of a hack.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You can.
So that's what I always tell people when they're asking about how to make a QR code. It's a little bit of a workaround rather than direct. This one came in. Where do we submit comments and ideas? I think Neal shared his email, and you got Jesse's email also. And we have, I'll drop the link to Canny maybe, or Ben could do that if I can't find it while I'm talking. Any way you feel comfortable, however you want to talk to us, we want to answer your questions.
Yeah, I think we get like DMs through our social media accounts too. Support emails. Yeah.
Bruce wants to know about using the 2.0 platform as a blog.
Yeah, I can take that. I think that's something that we would consider, like building more in that direction. Right now, through our email marketing platform, if you send out newsletters to your subscribers, they can also access those on the web. So it's almost like a very lightweight, not very feature complete way to send out blog posts. But if this is something that you want to do fully on Beacons, and you have an idea of like what this product needs to look like to support your use case, like definitely let us know. And I think with most of these things, we're always here, we'll always listen, and like we can't promise we'll build everything that you need exactly the way that you need it or on the timeline that you need it, but we'll let you know what we're thinking. And hopefully at some point what we build can be a good fit to solve your use case. But if not, like we'll do our best to help you find a different product that can kind of play nicely with Beacons and do what you need it to.
Yeah, I actually do that on my Beacons page. All my Beacons community emails that I send out, my newsletters and my creator confidentials, I then host the links on my Beacons page under past newsletters, so you can go back and see them all. And that's the workaround I suggest to folks who are looking to sort of makeshift a blog through Beacons, because you get more traffic if you send it to people in email anyway. Question that is coming up in a couple of places. I think people missed what we said a minute ago. We do have courses, and one of the other questions was, where are they, or how do I find that?
Yeah, you should be able to log into Beacons. So beacons.ai, click the big login button, and then once you log in on the left-hand nav, there'll be a store product. If you click on store, you can, after that, hopefully it's pretty self-explanatory. There should be like a create product or create course button, and then yeah, and then the UI should be pretty self-explanatory from there, but let us know if it's not.
Perfect. I want to be conscious of our time here. We have a few more questions and we will answer them at the end. But before we do, I just want to chat briefly about AI for a minute. I know Neal said at the beginning, and some of our tagline, like for Beacons 2.0, is we're putting the AI back in beacons.ai. So I just wanted to get thoughts from both of you about how AI is going to show up in Beacons 2.0, and like where people can look for that element and expect to see that. So maybe we can start with Neal.
Yeah, for sure. So if you guys have been playing around with the product recently, you've probably noticed that there's AI features in more and more places across the platform. So a good example would be in a lot of places where you have a text field, we now have the option for you to use AI to generate some text. So this could be for subject lines for your emails. It could be for product descriptions. And now also in a lot of different places across the platform where you need image content. For example, if you're setting up your links block and you want to have thumbnail images for each of your links, or if you want to have an image block, we now have AI generated images where you can type in some kind of prompt and then it'll generate content that you can use within Beacons. Okay. So those are some kind of early applications that we're rolling out across the platform, but we're really just getting started. And I think 2.0 isn't just about the AI that we have today, but it's also about the foundation that we've built to eventually deploy a lot more extensive and a lot deeper AI functionality across the platform over time. Right. So eventually we want to move towards a future where Beacons is doing more and more of the work for you, and maybe only coming to you when we actually need human input, right? So instead of, I think the current paradigm of working with generative AI is you kind of sit at your computer and then you type something into this text field that tells the AI what you want to do. And then the AI goes off and generates something that you can actually use, right? I think this is the experience that everyone has kind of had with ChatGPT. We think we're going to move towards a future where you don't need to be actively kind of at your computer and telling the AI what you want to do. The AI will be in the background figuring it out and then only coming to you to get input or information that it doesn't have access to, right? So instead of you telling it to like draft me an email, the AI will figure out that this is a good time to send out a marketing email, draft it for you, and just come to you for approval. Okay. So we haven't built that yet today, and that's just one example, but that's the kind of like AI future that we want to move towards.
Yeah, I think just to add to that, I think personally for me, what's really exciting about being at the intersection of generative AI and creator economy is, well, both are like working towards making this like one-person business more possible than ever, right? Like just making it possible for one person to do the work of way more than one person. So yeah, I mean to Neal's point, like we're gonna be, it's still early, but as you use Beacons, we'll learn more about what works for you and what doesn't work for you. For example, like already today, you can see like what links are getting clicked on your page and which ones are not. And then when we mix in like the context of your social data or your subscriber data, there's like a lot of cool. You can have like essentially an entire marketing team, or like a brand deals team, etc. Like helping you out automatically through the platform. At least that's part of the vision. We'll see how close we can get. I think we can get closer than a lot of people expect. I was thinking about how a few years ago, I think when we first started working on Beacons, like 4.5 years ago, I remember reading this article about how like the first one-person billion-dollar or even trillion-dollar company was on the horizon. I don't know exactly what the timeline is for that, of course, but yeah, it seems like with recent advancements in AI and in the creator economy that might actually be pretty possible soon. Might be someone here. Just remember to use beacons when you're famous. Yeah.
Okay, I want to ask you one more question, but I also want to answer some of the questions that we have. So we might run 1 or 2 minutes over, but I'm going to challenge you both. The final question that I had to ask you is, what are your predictions for AI in content creation? And my challenge is for you to try to answer in 1 sentence with a mini prediction so that we have enough time to get to some questions. So we'll start with you, Jesse.
Prediction for AI and content creation. Can you repeat the question one more time? Yeah.
Do you want Neal to go first?
Yeah, sure. Right. Let's have Neal go first.
In 1 sentence, I think it'd be something like less effort, better results, and more fun.
I love that.
I like that too. Can I steal?
Yeah, we'll go with that for now because I do want to get to some of these last questions. So thank you both for all of your insights and your time and your flexibility to sort of go off the cuff and answer some of these questions from creators today. This is a question that's near and dear to my heart. Will you ever do collaborations with brands for connecting content creators with brands? If you didn't know, we have a community. If you're not in the community, I post brand deal opportunities every week. These are not owned or like Beacon's sponsored opportunities. I find them from other places or I get them from manager contacts and I just share them with our community. So this is something that we have thought about and that we have talked about. It's not in the current game plan roadmap for moving forward, but we know that people are asking that question and we're sort of always reassessing to see if it might be a good idea at some point.
Can I ask a question about that back to the audience? Is that something that you guys would like to see us do more of? If it is, please.
Drop us a money icon in the chat if you would like to see Beacons host brand deals, because that would be
thinking about it, for sure.
Yeah. This is a good one for today since we have some deals going on. What is your fee structure? How much can somebody expect to pay to use all of the stuff that we talked about today? Jesse, you want to take that one?
Yeah, 0. Actually, you can pretty much use everything for free, or at least get a taste of everything. And then depending on which parts of the product you want more functionality in, then yeah, you might need to be on a premium tier. So for example, all the link in bio stuff is free. And then if you want to use custom domains, then you need to be on the pro plan. If you can start generating AI text and use AI to generate text and images for free as well, but only a finite number of times. And if you want unlimited generations, you'll need to upgrade as well. And yeah, and then for the store product, when you can start using it and selling things today, and if you upgrade to the pro plan, the difference is we'll take a 0% transaction fee instead of a 9% transaction fee. So and then one last thing to highlight is when sending emails through email marketing, right now you can send up to 500 emails. That should be plenty for most people to start figuring out whether or not it's actually valuable for them. And then afterwards you need to upgrade, and then you get unlimited sends after that. Yeah.
Awesome. We are at time. We're actually 1 minute over time. We have some more questions in the chat, but a lot of our team members actually have commented on those and posted answers to them and dropped some links for you guys. So if you did ask a question in the question box, go and check and see if there's a comment on it. If not, we will try to get to the rest of those, in the chat or in the comments after that. This whole page lives on, so you can come back, you can rewatch it. It will be available pretty much immediately after we stop recording live. It will be right here on this page, and the chat lives on, so you can scroll back and read everything that's there, and you can keep going and keep chatting and talking, even without us on video if you would like. So we will get to all of those. Please drop some claps and say big thank you to Neal and Jesse for being here, sharing their expertise. Extra props to Jesse, who's not feeling well today and did it like a champion anyway. So any final words, any last things before we're done?
You guys don't need to thank us for being here. Yeah, we should be thanking you guys for being here.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my goodness, I almost forgot one super important thing that I was going to announce, and Ivan, who runs our social media, would have killed me. Yes, the winner of the giveaway, don't let me forget, Inga Woods White. If you're here, I just dropped her Beacons link in the chat. She is the amazing, lucky winner of our giveaway. So thank you so much for being here and for participating, for all of you who participated in the giveaway. We're super excited for Inga to be our winner. And yeah, that's that. Whew, so glad I didn't forget that one. Okay, that's it. We're gonna end this and we'll keep going in the chat. Thanks, guys.
Awesome. Thank you.
Bye.